What's this?
It's a scene, man. Memorize it.
What?
An undercover cop's gotta be Marlon Brando. To do this job, you gotta be a great actor. You gotta be naturalistic. You gotta be naturalistic as hell. If you ain't a great actor, you're a bad actor. And bad acting is bullshit in this job, man.
But what is this?
It's an amusing anecdote about a drug deal.
What?
Something funny that happened to you while you were on a fucking job, man.
I gotta memorize all this shit?
It's like a joke. You remember what's important and the rest you make your own. The only way to make it your own is to keep saying it, and saying it, and saying it, and saying it, and saying it.
Okay, I can do that.
The things you gotta remember are the details. It's the details that sell your story. Now this particular story takes place in a men's room, so you gotta know all the details about this men's room. You gotta know if they got paper towels or a blower to dry your hands. You gotta know if the stalls ain't got no doors or not, man. You gotta know if they got liquid soap or that granulated powdered shit they used to use in high school, remember? You gotta know if they got hot water or not. If it stinks, if some nasty, low-life, scum-ridden motherfucker man sprayed diarrhea all over one of the bowls. Because if you do your job when you tell your story, everyone should believe it. And if you tell your story to somebody who's actually taken a piss in that men's room, and you get one of the details they remember right, they'll swear by you.
This was during the Los Angeles marijuana drought of '86. I still had a connection, which was fucking insane, because you couldn't get weed any fucking where then. Anyway, I had a connection with this hippie chick up in Santa Cruz. All my friends knew it. They'd give me a call and they'd say, "Hey, Freddy, you buying some? You think you could buy some for me too?" They knew I smoked, so they'd ask me to buy a little for them when I was buying. But got to be every time I bought some weed, I was buying for 4 or 5 different people. Finally, I said, fuck this shit, I'm making this bitch rich. She didn't have to do jack shit. She never even had to meet these people. I was fucking doing all the work. So I got together with her and I told her, hey, I'm sick of this shit. I'm coming through for everybody. Nobody's coming through for me. So either I'm gonna tell all my friends to find their own source, or you give me a bunch of weed, I'll sell it to them, give you the money, minus 10%, and I get my pot for free. So I did it for a while, but then that got to be a pain in the ass. People called me on the phone all the fucking time. I couldn't rent a fucking tape without 6 phone calls interrupting me. Hey, Freddy, when's the next time you're getting some? Motherfucker, I'm trying to watch Lost Boys. When I have some, I'll let you know. Then these rinky-dink potheads come by. They're my friends and everything, but still. I got my shit laid out in $60 bags. Well, they don't want $60 worth. They want $10 worth. Breaking it up is a major fucking pain in the ass. I don't even know how much $10 worth is. Well, fuck, man, I don't want that much around. If I have that much around, I'll smoke it. Hey, you guys can't control your smoking, that's not my problem. You motherfuckers have been smoking for 5 years, be an adult about it. Finally, I just told my connection, count me out. But as it turns out, I'm the best guy she had, and she depended a lot on my business. But I was still sick to death of it, and she's trying to talk me into not quitting. Now this was a very weird situation. Because I don't know if you remember back in '86, there was a major fucking drought. Nobody had anything. People were living on resin and smoking the wood in their pipes for months. And this chick had a bunch. She was begging me to sell it. So I told her I wasn't going to be Joe the Pot Man anymore. But I would take a little bit and sell it to my close friends. She agreed to that. She said we'd keep the same arrangement as before. 10% and free pot from me. As long as I helped her out that weekend. She had a brick of weed she was selling. She didn't want to go to the buy alone. Her brother usually goes with her, but he's in county unexpectedly. Or 4. Traffic tickets got on the warrant. They stopped him for something, found the warrants on him, and took him to jail. She doesn't want to walk around alone with all that weed. Well, I don't want to do this. I have a bad feeling about it. But she keeps asking me. Finally, I said okay, because I'm sick of listening to it. Well, we're picking this guy up at the train station.
Wait a minute, you're picking up the buyer at the train station and you've got the weed on you?
Yeah, the guy needed it right away. Don't ask me why. So we get to the train station and we're waiting for the guy. Now, I'm carrying the weed in one of those carry-on bags, and I gotta take a piss. So I tell the connection, I'll be right back. I'm going to the little boy's room. So I walk into the men's room, and who's standing there? 6 Los Angeles County sheriffs and a German Shepherd.
They're waiting for you?
Nah, there were just a bunch of cops hanging out in the men's room talking. When I walked through the door, they all stopped what they were talking about and they looked at me. That's hard, man. That's a hard situation. The German Shepherd starts barking. He's barking at me. I mean, it's obvious he's barking at me. Every nerve ending, all of my senses, the blood in my veins, everything I have is screaming. Take off, man. Just take off. Get the fuck out of there. Panic hit me like a bucket of water. First there was the shock of it. Bam! Right in the face. Then I'm just standing there drenched in panic. And all those sheriffs are looking at me, and they know. They can smell it. As sure as that fucking dog can, they can smell it on me.
Shut up!
So I got my gun drawn, right? And I'm aiming right at him. I tell him, freeze, don't fucking move. And the little idiot's looking at me, nodding his head, yeah, going, I know, I know, I know. Meanwhile, his right hand's creeping towards the glove box. So I scream at him, asshole, you better fucking freeze right now. And he's still looking right at me, saying, I know, I know, I know. And his right hand's still going for the glove box. So I tell him, buddy, I'm gonna shoot you in the face if you don't put your hands on the fucking dash. And this guy's girlfriend, this real sexy Oriental bitch, starts screaming at him, Chuck, what are you doing? Listen to the officer, put your hands on the dash. And just like that, like nothing, he snaps out of it and casually puts his hands on the dash.
What's he going for?
His fucking registration. Stupid fucking citizen doesn't know how close he came to getting blown away, man. This close. You know how to handle that situation. Shit your pants, dive in and swim.